Hello, everyone. This is the second episode of our series. This is an update from the Galactic Federation of Light's Council on September 11th. Kathy's joining me today. Hello, Kathy.
Hey, glad to be here.
This one's going to be about something we've all had to deal with, narcissists and psychopaths.
Oh,
The source for this information is a GFL member named Sasha. She is a warrior reptilian rebel. So there are good reptilians, just like there's good in every space race, good and bad. She helps to destroy dumbs, and she's been helping to liberate slave reptiles that have been kept underground and doing attachments to humans for a long time. So their leader was Queen E, and since she passed away, they were no longer held to those contracts. And she's been vital. Sasha's been one of the people that's been helping to let them know that they can leave. They can leave Earth now. They can go exist on another planet. They can do whatever they want to do. They don't have to be here underground doing horrible things. And a lot of them have taken her up on that offer. So that's great. That in itself is great news to me.
Yeah.
Like we've heard about the dumbs, and we've heard about them being, taken care of by the military or whatever, but they have help. And so the help is the Galactic Federation of Light.
That is new to me. I'm going to just put this out there. Those of you that don't know that they didn't have a choice, didn't know that they were slaves, I had no clue. This was all completely new to me. So I thought it was in their soul contract. That was what they were going to do and whatever. I didn't know that they didn't have a choice. And now now they are free to move on. So that's a huge.
It's like every other society. There's a hierarchy, and there's people that make decisions for the minions. And when they don't do what they're told, there's consequences. And, there's for them, there was not free will choice, because, it just wasn't. However, that came to be here on Earth, it became their allegiance to their space race that they follow their leader, and their leader was Queen E, and their leader was saying, do this here and do that there, and those were the marching orders given, and it followed down the chain of command. So now without her, I touched on that in another video, their hierarchy is dismantled. Basically, they don't have a leader. They have no one holding anyone to any agreements or any attachments or anything. And so now a lot of these have been kept. More than 100,000 were underground and were being used. And the Galactic Federation has used the term as slaves. They were slaves to their own people and able to do things and had to do them. So a lot of those are being freed. A lot of those are given the option to no longer do what they've been doing and leave the planet. Can't be anywhere else. They have to go. That's good. But Sasha was saying that because of that liberation, because that part of it is taking place, that the narcissists and the psychopaths had a role that was as important on Earth as the Lightworkers' role. And it's because in darkness, one finds an appreciation for the light, right? With darkness, you look for the light. And when there's no, in light, there's dark. In dark, there's light. There's the duality of the two. And so seeing what the dark as a people, as a race, what the dark people do was a wake-up call that is as much or stronger than what light workers show us. So the narcissists and the psychopaths that have shown us darkness and the dark side of what humanity can be is a mirror to the people as a wake-up call. You know, it's as important as the light worker saying, you are the light inside. You are the spark of life. You within you is your own connection to source, creator, God. That's powerful for some people. For others, for the narcissists and the psychopaths, they didn't care about that. They cared about power.
Right.
For them to see in other people that was darker than they were, that would eat them alive for the same reason that they hurt other people, that was their wake-up call. So for a time being, those two were vital for the masses. Now that the reptiles have been liberated, the people that have been inflicting the pain on humans have been liberated. We no have a need for narcissists and psychopaths. So they're basically going to fall to the wayside. They're not going to be able to exist on that low frequency that they've always existed on in our higher frequency near anyway. That vibration and 5D vibration just doesn't jive. And so they have, pain and illness and a really hard time integrating and would have a demise anyway. They chose not to leave. So back to what Sasha was saying, she said, people that are a higher frequency, once you're on that ascension path and you get to a higher frequency, you can start to discern the matrix from the truth. You can start to see the lies from the truth. You can pick it up easier, right? Same with the shape shifting, so the people that are fake and the people that are possessed, we can discern that a lot easier now. And that in itself makes it really difficult to exist, right? Because they've existed for so long because our senses were dulled down and our frequency was low. And so we've just not been as aware or alert, but now it's a different playing field now. So when someone is kind of in that battle, a human, when they're in that battle and that soul is kind of fighting to get the oversoul of the reptile out of them, that human soul is void of emotion. They're losing the battle. They're overpowered all the time. So whoever that person used to be no longer exists. And there's a question that was posed about, do people that are possessed by the darkness, do they know? Well, there's a lot of different levels of the darkness, right? So there's witches, there's demons, there's reptilians. So there's a lot of different levels of darkness. But the ones that they say sold their soul to the devil, kind of a deal for power, fame, glory, position, those kind of things, those people are all very aware that they signed up for it. And there's recordings and pictures of their ritual that they had to go through in order to come into that club. I'll just leave it at that. But that is always recorded and always kept in case they decide to change their mind. It's always used for leverage. You can't decide all of a sudden one day that you don't want to play that game anymore. Oh, I have enough money, I have enough power, and I'm out. Nope, because they still have the videos and the pictures of all the things you did to get where you are. Your career, your reputation, your family is all lost. And so that's how they keep these folks pinned down forever. So now you see a lot of people are canceling concerts, they're canceling event dates, they're canceling TV shows, they're stepping down from CEO positions, all this kind of stuff. It all plays into this because those reptilian over souls are gone. They're exercising their liberation and they're leaving. And then what's left has been used as a host, and they're probably not going to exist much longer anyway. But that's what they signed up for. Everyone has free will choice. And we have to this, that's one of the natural laws. That's one of the three main laws of the universe. And it's honor the entire cosmos. And so, yes, they did know. But a lot of them have been freed. A lot of them have left. We have less and less of that reptilian fact on the planet Earth as a whole. And then a lot of the people that are in power that were making decisions for us no longer exist there either. So it's really, really good news on that.
Okay, can I insert something here? This is so affirming to me. When I heard this report from the Galactic Federation, I'm like, okay, because we've been told that the time of duality is over. Like that is done. We've moved on. And this is so cool because it's like the next level up that we've learned is acceptance and realizing light and dark is this, it's on the same spectrum, opposite ends. So it gives us, that's where we know we've really evolved in our soul, because we can be grateful. That's how I knew I had truly forgiven the narcissists in my life, the sociopaths, and we've all, every light worker, every starseed, it's like they've been part of our initiation. They've been part of our past so that we'd learn, so that we'd have that contrast when it was important. Right? So now that's how I knew I'd really forgiven, when I could sincerely be grateful for the experience I went through that was horrendous. I could be, because now I see through different eyes. They took on a role in this timeline, in this role for me, in this lifetime for me. They played that part that was so horrendous. And I could be so grateful because now we've moved past that. Now we've moved up to where, and I don't even remember now what it's called. It's a different dispensation. It's not duality anymore. And you probably remember that. I don't. Anyway, but so we've moved on beyond that. Those guys have already been banished. They've already been freed, right? We talked about it in the last recording. It's like, they're not slaves anymore. They don't have to be a part of what's going on. We are free to move into what we're planning for the new earth.
Yes. A lot of people, every soul comes to this planet with a soul contract. Mm-hmm. And some, it was their soul contract to have that happen for them the entire. Now you can exit a soul contract. People think it's binding to. It's not. You can exit a soul contract, but you're gonna have to do it again. You just get out early. You're just saying, like, tapping out early, I need a break. But you're gonna come back and you're gonna repeat that again. Okay, you don't get a pass. Mm-hmm. So for people that contracted to have that hard life, they cross over to the other side and they're rewarded for that.
That's good. That's good.
People that are not, it is not part of their soul contract and they end up there from free choice, that is a completely different scenario. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes
sense. I think it's really good news. The underlying of all of these updates, the underlying is that we've made significant progress as a people.
Yes.
And I think that's definitely, it's always the specific Galactic Federation, they're very cautious. They choose their words carefully, and so there's a lot of updates that are very, very positive, and even them are using positive terms and positive emotion and intent. And so I think it's a really good update. I think it's really good news for us. Yeah.
Yep.
So that wraps up that one for narcissists and psychopaths.
All right. Thank
And
you.
we'll be back with another one here shortly.
Okay.